there.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Tyler.
Kayla.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Jenny?
Yeah, Jenny.
Dane?
Zane.
Zane. Okay, nice to meet you.
Well, hello, Jenny and Zane. Thank you so much for coming. I'm Keanna Fox, and this is Tyler. Both. And we will be your mediators today. I want to commend you both for choosing the mediation process and meeting today to hear one another out and hopefully collaboratively work out whatever disputes you have been having. Before we start, is this seating comfortable for the both of you?
Yes. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, perfect. Now I ask that the both of you turn off your cell phones to maintain present, or at least turn it on silent. We have complimentary refreshments available for you, and the bathrooms are located down the hall. And now do we need to know about any special needs or time constraints?
No.
All right. Can we commit 2 hours for this process?
2 hours.
At most. All right. Well, great. I will let you know the process of mediation provides individuals in opposition, like the both of you, the opportunity for a better understanding of one another's perspectives and concerns. Mediation is a voluntary process. If at any time you wish to leave the mediation, I ask that you please just pull me or Tyler aside to just let us know the reason why you're leaving. Also, the both of you do have the right to choose a different mediator if you feel the need to.
All right. Our role as mediator here today will be to remain neutral and to facilitate the discussion. It is not our job to make decisions or to resolve the conflict for you guys. We're simply here to clarify what is being said and guide the discussion in a productive manner that will hopefully lead to a resolution that you guys can both agree on. Just a short description of the process. So right now we're in the introductory phase of mediation, and we're currently just explaining what mediation is and laying down the framework for how this mediation session will play out. Next will come a sharing phase where we will allow both parties to share their side of the story without interruption, and then we'll move to a problem-solving phase where we attempt to brainstorm possible solutions, and lastly, hopefully, we can move into the most important phase of solution, where we will discuss the terms of your guys' agreement and sign a contract. Also, there may be a time throughout this mediation process where either myself or Keanna will ask to meet with you guys individually. You guys are also welcome to ask to meet with us alone in a separate room and discuss the dispute. Everything that is said will remain confidential between ourselves and the caucus party unless we are given permission from the other party to share information.
Our role as your mediators today is to guide you through this collaborative process towards mutual understanding and hopefully agreement. I want you both to know that we are 100% neutral third parties. So we are not here to determine who is right, who is wrong. Rather, we're here just to help facilitate the discussion of differences. There are many benefits of mediation. The mediation process moves conflicting parties towards a solution. And in the case of a solution is not reached, the parties at least hopefully have a better understanding of where the other is coming from. So if there is an agreement, at the end we will write up a formal contract for both of you to sign that will just list only agreements that you both mutually agree on to move forward. We ask that the both of you negotiate in good faith and follow any ground rules or guidelines you wish to have for upcoming interactions. Can you agree to this? Are there any ground rules you would now like to set right before we start? Or? well. Now that we have covered all the technicalities, are there any questions that either one of you may have for me and Tyler before we sign the agreement?
No.
Okay, well, now what we will do before we start with the sharing stage, we will sign up just this agreement, just reiterating everything that me and Tyler just covered in the intro, and we'll just have you sign this now.
And now we can move into the first phases of this mediation process, which is sharing. Would you guys have a preference of who would like to go first?
So then, if both of you do not mind, maybe we can throw a toss a coin.
Yeah. Well, fine.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna flip the coin, and whoever first calls heads or tails. They actually have a coin. It's good. Oh, you can't ask them. All right. Alright, and it was tails. So you'll be starting off with the sharing with uninterrupted time to say why it is that you are here today.
So I work as a medical assembler at Mont Ultra for about 15 years now, and I have worked my way up in this time as a lead shift leader. My coworker Zane asked me if I could help look after his department and his team recently because he was taking off a week of work. And so I decided to help him out, and about 2 weeks passed and Zane is back, and I keep noticing that all his team members keep coming up to me, asking me for questions, asking me for advice, and they just have so many questions for me, and so on how to assemble things and work with those questions, and I decided to help these poor workers out, and recently our district boss has come to check out how things are going, and he had the audacity to tell me that I was disorganized and behind in my area, and he praises Zane for having a really hardworking team that knows really what they're doing, and Zane takes this credit. And the only reason why I'm behind in all my work is because I'm also dealing with his department's workers. And so it's incredibly unfair. And he thinks that he deserves it because he worked hard too, and recently he told me that I'm doing just a terrible job and work, and he's super disrespectful to me.
Okay, Jenny, so what I hear is that you are frustrated because you have been taking up extra responsibilities at work, helping Zane's employees with necessary help and questions. And recently, when your boss?
Our district boss.
Your district boss came and kind of scolded you, would you say?
Yeah.
And then praised Zane. And how did that make you feel?
Incredibly disrespected from him, and I just now feel like I'm not getting credit.
Do you feel unappreciated with this? Okay. And when you talked to Zane about this, would you remind me again how Zane reacted to your frustration?
He is told me that basically I was crazy and that he's really happy with all of his work and would think that he deserves the credit, and he feels that he worked hard, and he stated that I did a terrible job, and I really wanted him to speak up to the district boss about this, all the work that I've been putting into, and he said that he wouldn't report something false to his boss, which really upsets me because it's not.
Okay, just for clarification, did Zane ever mention where he was, that he needed, or where he was going,
No.
that he needed to let some of his workers be under your supervision?
So then, with you helping Zane out, would you say before this visit from the district boss that you had the relationship?
Well, he worked in an entirely different department, so we didn't really get to establish a relationship before this necessarily. I would help him out because that's just what is in my character.
So was this one of your first encounters with Zane, or had you?
I mean, I see him from time to time. He's more just acquaintance.
Okay. You guys haven't had any other really formal relationship prior to this meeting?
And the district boss arrived, and you were kind of scolded, and Zane, you said, was praised. Have you noticed any difference in your days at work now? Was Zane promoted, or
Not that I know of, no.
have you still been helping his staff members, or has he taken back responsibility with them?
No, I'm still helping now.
Well, I hear, Jenny, that you are very helpful in the workplace, and we're willing to help Zane out. And now it sounds to me that you feel unappreciated and kind of disrespected. You said disrespected, right? About how Zane kind of took your credit, you would say. All right. Well, is there anything else you would like to say before we let Zane the floor? Well, thank you so much. And Zane, thank you for your patience. Now you can begin to tell us why you're here today.
Okay, so we work at the same company, I worked there about 14 years now as a medical assembler, and I recently became a lead shift leader, so I have my own department now, and I work very hard to get where I am now. My mother recently became very ill, so I decided to take a whole week off, and that was the same week where I just asked Jenny to help me look after my team and my department. And before I left, I was a bit worried. So I did give her like a good to-do list of what to do with what my department was about, some ground rules, and I gave it to Jenny and I even thanked her for being helpful. And then after a week later, I returned to work and I found out that my department was like in a big mess. I was behind on shipping items out to companies, and I had so much paperwork to deal with when I came back. I also had to deal with my boss, who wasn't very happy about my delayed deadlines, since I was a shift leader. And so, just for that whole week, I did my best to catch up on work again, and I did. My district boss came down one day, checked out my department, and he praised me for my work, and I was super happy about this, because I bust my butt, and I'm happy about that. And then soon after, Jenny comes out of nowhere, storming into, my office, and she just tells me that I did not deserve the credit that I, managed my own department. Jenny just kind of stated that, while I was gone, she did all of my work, and when, and also all my team members keep going to Jenny to ask for help, and that I don't think that's true. My team members are there, and I help them all the time. And I think that was false for what she just said. So I go up to Jenny just tells me that she wanted me to tell our boss that that she deserved the credit that she helped me with my department. Sure, it's true, but she did a terrible job at managing my department while I was gone. And so she had reports that from the boss that she was having a disorganized department, and her shipping was behind also. And she demanded me to fix this problem for her, to tell our boss the reason why her department was a mess. And I just looked at her and I was like, I got mad at Jenny because I told her that she did not deserve this credit, because if she did that to my department, look at her department was a mess. It's actually her fault. Why would it be my fault? When I came back and my department was a mess, I fixed it up and it went fine. I don't know why she's complaining, why can't she obviously see that it was her fault? I just kind of told her that I would not report something false to the boss because it's not true. And I just kind of, my last words to her was that she just needs to stop wasting time here and just manage her own work.
Okay. So what I'm gathering from what you said is that you've been an employee for 14 years as a shift lead, and is this from a recent shift lead position that you got, or have you been shift lead for a while?
It's been a while now.
Okay. And you said that you were leaving for a while, and while you were leaving, you left your team members under supervision of Jenny.
Yes.
Can I ask you where you were during this time of leave?
I was taking care of my sick mother.
Okay. So before you left, you also provided Jenny a list of things that need to be done within your department for her to kind of follow as like a guideline.
Yes.
And you thanked her for taking over.
Yes.
Okay. And when you came back from your break from work, you came to notice that your department had fallen behind.
Yes.
Since you left. And although you had fallen behind, you said at some point that your district boss at one point came and praised you for the hard work that you've been doing?
Yes.
Okay. And was this after you came back, or was it prior to you leaving?
After I came back and fixed up my department to catch up.
Okay. So later on, you were receiving reports of a disorganized department as well from the district boss?
It was Jenny who was complaining to me that her department was disorganized, and she blames that on me, that it was my fault.
Okay.
Is there an act of things?
All right. So you feel that you've been falsely blamed for the disorganization of Jenny's department? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I feel like it's not my fault. She apparently did it to herself.
other feelings do you feel about Jenny's, do you feel she's accusing you of creating disorganization within your team?
Like I said before, while I was on my 1 week break, I came back to a very disorganized department, and she was managing it, and I was kind of mad. I thought that maybe she could do it, and she didn't. And I even thanked her, gave her a list of what to do, and she clearly avoided all those things that I gave her, and she just tried to manage it her way, which I don't mind, but it just, you know, it caused me on my work. I was behind. My boss came to me and kind of told me that I was behind on shipping items, and I did not like that. It just pissed me off.
So I hear that you also felt frustrated by, you also were scolded by the district boss. And when the district boss kind of recommended you, what did you do then?
Well, after he just kind of yelled at me about my department, I took the initiative to, you know, kind of look after my department and just fix everything up again. And I did that in about 1 week. And that same week, he came and told me that I did a good job catching up. So I deserve that credit because I worked hard.
You feel like you deserve the credit for your hard work for fixing the disorganization.
Yeah, that apparently was created for me to fix up.
Is there anything else you would like to say before we move into problem solving stage?
Thank you guys for sharing.
Okay, so now that we're entering the problem solving stage, what we're going to do is create an agenda of the interest and the issues that you both think need to be worked out and both are important to you. So I'm gonna
I think you should let them talk to each other and pull out their interests and ideas and
in the chair. It's supposed to be uninterrupted process
No,
for each.
that was uninterrupted time that they just did.
So
So now, let them talk to each other and pull out their interests and kind of write down what you hear as like big problems, and then set that as an agenda. Because that, I can ask Jeff, but I feel like that is, because the exchange is first, where they talk to each other on my list, and then it's setting an agenda.
Okay.
So I would go with that.
So, before we set an agenda, we're just going to talk about the different interests at play. I hear that both of you want the recognition from your district boss, and you both have been kind of scolded by him and have been trying to make it up and prove that you're good shift leaders.
You guys both have high regard for kind of your reputation within the company and being held to a high standard. Both of you in that.
Jenny, after hearing what Shane said about coming back and finding his department disorganized, and do you feel unappreciated by not receiving another thank you for the work you had done, or no, or what are you looking for with line thing to get the boss to praise you?
Oh yeah, I feel unappreciated. He expected me for the week that he was gone to look after both of the departments, and he claims that I did a horrible job. Well, you try managing 2 departments at once. Like, it's a big enough task in its own to manage one on top of 2. And the only reason why so his boss scolded him when he came back. The only reason why he was able to get his shit straight in the first week he was back was because all his workers came to me for questions and advice, and I continued to help them on top of my own. So even while he's been back, I've still been managing both departments, and the district boss doesn't see that. He just sees a very disorganized department on my part, and he sees a very sturdy department on Zane's part. And
You should have just came to me and told me that my team members were coming to you. How come you didn't do that?
Because they just seemed, you're right, I should have came to you before this, but I just wanted to help them out, and it's kind of hard to turn them away.
If they're bugging you, then you need to come bug me and tell me about it. Because
Well,
they're
apparently they don't feel comfortable coming to you with this.
So then I maybe got to talk to my team members.
Yeah, communicate more with your own department.
So you both agree that there was a lack of communication between the both of you? Can you both agree? Or no?
Yeah, okay.
And in future, in the workplace, and same employees come to you for help, how do you both think that should be handled? You're going to, are you going to continue to help them, or are you going to send them Zane's way?
Well, I mean, if they come to me, I really find a hard time turning them away, just because they obviously have some uncomfortableness going to Zane, so I mean, I'll still take them, but I would hope that he would talk to them so that and fix whatever issues he has in his department with his team.
I feel like I manage my team and my department very well. I don't know why they keep coming to you.
Okay. So Jenny, with understanding is that you find yourself in a dilemma between wanting to help other team members, but also struggling to juggle your own responsibilities within your own department.
That's correct.
And you would like if Zane took more control over her own department.
Definitely.
And Zane, do you have any ideas as to what you might be able to do differently?
Well, I'm a shift leader, Jenny's a shift leader, and I feel like if my team were her, she could direct them. If her team members came to me, I would totally direct them too. And I just feel like it's not a big problem, and she's making it a big problem.
Right there, he downplays how I'm feeling about this. He's just so disrespectful.
So, Jenny, you think there's a lack of respect between you and Zane?
I just feel like he's not respecting how I'm feeling.
Zane, how do you feel about Jenny? About respect?
I feel like I did admit that sometimes I don't think about it, and I feel sorry if I, don't respect you. But I do have, as a shift leader, I do have standards, and and I direct rules for my team. And I thought that you were a shift leader, you'll understand that you have certain things you need to take care of. And I don't want my come to be behind, and I don't want you, I asked you for help, and I don't know why that went downhill. And I rely on you. So I feel like that was like a trust issue I had with you. After that, I just didn't really trust you anymore. So like it kind of flipped my perception on you or something.
Well, I'm going to take a week off and come back and see if I trust you. You try and learn to
I think I do a good job, better than you.
Okay, so I think we should set an agenda. I don't know how to blend into that now.
But if we gotta transition, well,
Yeah,
first we need to, you guys addressed
Because the interest,
you guys addressed the thing about respect, and now she's not trusting her, so address that first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how things. So yeah, you find yourself that it's hard to trust Jenny now,
Yes.
because of why specifically?
I thought that I gave her the responsibility to look after my department while I was gone. Came back, it was a mess, and it was chaos. I don't know. Can't believe that everything went downhill. I thought I could trust her for my department to go well, and it didn't.
So in a way, you feel almost as if she kind of let you down.
Yes.
how does this make you feel?
Yes. I really don't know what he expected out of me to be able to run both departments efficiently and effectively. Like, I gave it my all, I did my best, and fine, don't trust me, like, you won't have my help in the future then.
So you would just like some recognition for at least putting out the effort and trying your best to help Zane out in a time of need.
Yeah.
I even thanked her in the beginning that to take my, to my department for a week. So,
Well, yeah, you didn't think me afterwards.
did a terrible job after. Why would I?
Did just a fine job. That's why your work is coming to me. I feel like.
Okay, so what I hear is that you both feel that there's a lack of trust, respect, and recognition in your working relationship. And it's hindering your success in the workplace and getting praise from your boss, because you both have the same district boss. So, can we create an agenda and try to address those issues and these issues? Okay, so on the agenda, I heard trust, respect, and recognition. Is there anything that you would like to add?
I want him to tell our district boss how much work I've been doing for him. And I also want the issue of his workers stop coming to me, because I really can't turn them away, like, if they do come to me. So he needs to talk to his workers.
So in that regard, could we say competence is one of the key issues here, worker competence?
could we say that, okay, worker competence is an issue that should be on the agenda.
She's saying that she's not a competent worker. Do you think that's a good issue or no?
I think competence
I
is the
think-
icky word. Like, you're not competent.
I mean,
you know? It means
it
stupid.
is, okay, in my opinion, it is a good issue, but you need to reframe it as,
Not, okay.
Yeah.
Competence is like,
Yes.
they're
Okay.
stupid.
Yes.
Like, you're not competent to make a sandwich.
so,
That kind of
mhm.
stupid.
But then, at the beginning of your agenda, you need to state I didn't say this either, but you need to like state a question that you're gonna answer with all these things. So you need like, because right now you're writing down, what are you writing down?
The key issues, so trust, respect, recognition. So
The
what,
key
how can
issues
you?
to move forward, or the key issues that they want to talk about? Do you see what I'm saying? Like the key issues that are right now a problem, or the key issues that we need to be resolved to move forward? Like, there's gonna be things that they're gonna need to talk about, like, you obviously need better communication, so that's a moving forward thing. They need to talk about how their boss, or they need recognition and whatever, so they need that to be on their moving forward list. All this other stuff is like, what's the problem right now? So to move them forward, so moving, that's what you should say, moving forward, what would you guys like to see coming out of today? So you need trust from them and all those things they have on there. And communication, because they talked about that.
I know I'm confused, because these are things to move forward.
But you split them
So-
up, kind of. Like,
Trust, respect, recognition.
mhm.
So I mean, I see how we need to like reword it and do like a question,
Yeah,
but those are all things that, you know, like they need to build trust, like we need to talk about how they can build that trust again, and how they can.
right, and so then,
respect one
so you can
another.
write that down, okay, so you can write that down on there, but find ways to move forward that they're gonna know how to trust each other. How are they going to trust each other moving forward? What is gonna build their trust up and build, so maybe have another paper like next to trust and all that other stuff and say, how are you going to build trust? Is that gonna come through communication? Is that gonna come through, how are you going to get trust back? 'Cause
Well, I mean, if we ask them like, what are their expectations moving forward, would that be like,
yeah. But yeah, no, you're doing good. Just make sure, like, after you do that box, make sure you do a moving forward box. Because how are they gonna say, I want trust? You can't just trust someone.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have
That's-
expectations to do so.
So maybe we should
Because the problem solving, we come up with it, and then you do talk about how you go about to create that, how you will go about to go forward. I just don't know what this means, two different lists. I just don't.
We'll keep going, it's fine.
Okay.
All right, so some of the issues that we have written down are trust, lack of respect, recognition from the higher ups within the company as a whole. What are your guys' expectations? If you guys are to move forward, what are your guys' expectations regarding, let's say, the issue of trust?
I mean, I expect me to confront our district boss so that I can trust him, because right now he's not showing me a lot of trust by really taking credit while I'm still feeling like I'm helping out both departments.
So in order for you to trust Zane, you would like if Zane would talk to the district manager and let him know the full situation of how you were kind of supervising some of Zane's team members.
Yeah.
And that would help build trust between the two.
I think it's the start.
And Zane, what would you need from Jenny in order to build trust between you?
I really do. I see that she does actually a decent job in managing her department. I can trust her. I can't just bossy go to the boss and tell her that she's doing a great job when really she's not.
Well, what made you trust me in the first place?
I thought your team members were doing good. I heard from one of my team members that you were great leadership. And then I said, okay, I'll go ask, Jenny was all for it. And I asked you, you accepted my, you were all for looking after my department. If you didn't want to, you could have just told me that you didn't want to. And I could have looked for someone else.
I didn't want to. I like helping, but you're just not giving me the credit for helping you out.
So let's focus on what we can do in the future, regardless from the past. Moving forward, what can be done differently within the situation that can help create stronger trust? Jen, you mentioned that if Zane kind of owned up, so to speak, and told district boss the full story of what took place within the business, then you can gain a little bit more trust for Zane. And Zane, I'm still a little bit confused as to what you expect from Jen specifically in order to help gain that trust back.
I just, if I see that she is improving in her department, maybe that can help me go back and trust her. Because I can trust her that she doesn't have a well-run department. It's really hard to, trust a person who cannot even manage her own department.
Okay, but at the same time, can you is it understandable for you to see why Jenny may have been having a hard time?
Yeah, I can see that she was having a hard time managing both departments, and I could acknowledge that
Okay.
she was having a hard time.
That's good.
And if she wants me to go to the boss and tell him, I don't mind, but I also don't want to lie to him that, if I just want to ask you personally, if I tell the boss about what you did for my department, I also had to tell him that, I was behind on orders because you were managing it also. I'm also thinking ahead, and I don't want you to get in trouble also.
Well,
So what you are saying, Zane, is that if you do have to go talk to the district boss and inform him of the story of what happened with you leaving and Jenny kind of taking over supervision of your employees from your department, and you also have to let him know that the reason that your department also fell behind is because you left your employees with Jenny?
Yes.
Okay.
well, I don't think that's necessary to tell him just because you're the one who took the work off, and you should really relay the importance of me managing both departments, and you shouldn't make me seem or downplay me and talk negatively about me to the district manager if you're going to talk to him. I can manage my own department just fine, and if that's what it takes to get your trust, like, I can do that, but you have to understand, like, your employees can't come keep bugging me if I'm going to be able to run my department successfully.
I guess I could agree on that I could go back to my team members and tell them that, they need to stop bugging you, and they should come to me because I am their, with each shift leader, so I guess we do that.
Okay, so we have an agreement that Zane is going to talk to his or her employees and co-workers and team members and basically not allowing, or not, I wouldn't say allowing, but so that they're not always coming to you for advice. Is that safe to say we have that agreement?
And you also both are saying to build that trust, you would need to see Jenny progressing and doing better in her department. And Jenny, you said to gain trust, you would need to see Zane go to the district boss and let him know about your help this past week that he was gone.
I mean, yes, but I won't trust him if he talks negatively about me to the boss. Which is what he's saying.
I don't think he necessarily means he's going to talk negative. He's just going to inform him that the department fell behind.
That's negative.
Yeah, but I think the district boss will also understand that you were trying to, and if anything, you can talk to the district boss as well and maybe explain to him that you were trying to juggle not only Zane's team but your team as well, and that is why you fell behind, and you may see that as a good thing because you took on more responsibility.
I don't think I should be the one to talk to the district boss because he needs to hear from someone else of all the work that I've been doing. The district manager is the one who's been scolding me and gave all this credit to Zane, so I really don't think that he would really find me that credible right now. So I think someone else needs to talk to him. And apparently he finds Zane really credible, which is mind-blowing. Like, so I think he should be one to talk to him.
Well, we have some sort of compromise where, because Zane is agreeing to talk to her team members so that they are not always coming to you for advice. So what can be done differently? What can Zane do differently that, or what do you expect of Zane? Do you expect him to tell the boss the whole story and leave out the aspect that they were in your supervision while you fell behind? Isn't that some aspect of the truth, though?
So, Zane, you said that part of the reason why you don't want to go to the district boss is because you want to save Jenny's face.
Yes.
Jenny, how does that make you feel that Zane is looking out for you in a sense?
I feel like, well, that makes me feel good. But I think he's just thinking about himself. He doesn't want to praise me to his district manager.
maybe,
He's also saving his food.
so, in light of the Facebook that you both are doing, you're wanting to get the recognition from your boss, and the agreement you've made to reel in your employees so Jenny can better control her district, and you would be able to get it back on track. Zane, would you be able to, do you see that Jenny's progress could deserve you praising her to the district boss, or no?
Maybe that's something in the future, if I do see she progress.
I can definitely do that. We have an agreement that you're going to talk to your workers, and maybe I can do that. I'll get my department back in shape by doing that. By you doing that as well, and then I feel like our district manager should really do that from you.
Yeah, so like, we improve and if we see improvements, I know for a fact that I should be in trust on you again, and that would be easy for the district boss without me lying, to them, and to keep them truthful too. So I think that I could do it. I just have to wait and see. When I see that, then I'll look at the district boss and tell them the results.
You're not going to wait too long because your workers aren't bothering me. I can definitely get my department back in shape.
Keep my team members in check.
So, is that a way for both of you then to be able to build trust, to go forward, and have a better working relationship? Those agreements?
Okay, well, that's good. I see your cause and effect there. You're willing to, you're both willing to make some sort of sacrifice for each other in order to get something good out of it. And that shows that you guys some sort of respect towards each other, and that's good.
So I have an agreement from Zane that you will talk with your staff members to come with any issues or concerns to you. And Jenny, I have here that you agreed to get your department back in order. Okay. And can we cross off the building trust off the agenda?
Yeah.
With those agreements? Okay, and so I still have here better communication and receiving recognition and lack of respect. Which one would you like to touch on next? So, Zane, how would you see lack of respect? Or being able to gain that respect in the future?
I think we already had an agreement about, so I feel like that, trust, the trust one. I feel like if I see that, then, my trust for you could change.
You see a little bit of both. You could gain a little bit of trust and a little respect through that
Yeah.
agreement.
And Jenny, how do you expect to have respect going further be established?
I think him actually talking to our boss would show me that he has enough respect for me to do that for me, so.
Okay. And with that being said, I know, Zane, that you mentioned earlier that you wouldn't mind going to the district boss to let him know about Jenny's good work if you would see it for yourself, and if she were to get her department together. And can you agree that you will do that if Jenny does get her district together, her department together? Can you agree that you actually will go?
Yeah.
And give her praise and
I'll agree on
recognition?
that.
And would that then establish respect? Okay. All right. So we have an agreement that Zane will go to the district boss to give Jenny your recognition once you get your district together. And does that kind of tie, would you say that ties together with the receiving recognition part?
I think it definitely does, yeah.
Okay. And last, we have better communication. So what would that look like?
I think if my team members do keep coming to you, just come talk to me. I just want to know so that I can fix my problem also. If anything happens to you, I would like to talk to you.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Okay. So our final agreement for better communication is just if there is an issue with either staff members, that you will come together and talk it out. Talk to one another about it and be open. Okay. Is there anything else you think needs to be in this agreement? Okay then, so we have down, I'll read it again, that Jenny, you will do your best, you will get your department up and running and more organized, and then you will talk with your staff to come to you always and let Jenny handle her staff and her department. And once you do see Jenny get her department more organized, you will give her the recognition to your district. And then you'll just, your last agreement is just to communicate better. Okay. Well, without further ado, you guys can sign this contract. Oh, you know what? When would you like this to be effective? Starting with the date. We should probably get that specified.
I'd say Monday's a good day to get going.
Right away.
I'm fine with that.
Good idea.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you for joining us in mediation, guys. It was a pleasure having you.
Good job, everybody.
Oh. So, Olivia